try to recall the plot of Dot Hack, the original quadrilogy. So the fun thing about this is that I actually really love these games.
You do? I don't have very fond memories of them.
I do. I liked the setting, and I liked just kind of the art and design. The story is why we're making this video.
Well, anyways. Good luck! This is 4 games in 1.
That's right, because I don't remember where the breaks between games are. I'm going to do all 4 of it at once. Here we go. The story of Dot Hack. So, you are an unnamed schoolboy who is getting into the world's most popular virtual MMO called The World. And you're friends with another kid from your school who is like one of the most top tier players in the game, whose name is Orca the Blue Whale. No, the Azure Blade or something. So you make your character. You are a twin blade named Kite. And he decides, hey, I'm going to carry you through your first few levels so you can get caught up real quick, because this game's been out for years and you are falling behind, you slacker. And he takes you to, like, your first baby dungeon. And in your first baby dungeon, a crazy elite boss spawns that's not supposed to be there and just bodies Orca. He bodies him so hard that your friend Orca passes out in real life. And like, wait, that's not right. So your friend's in the hospital because of this VR game. And you're like, that's fucked up. I'm going to log in again, because that seems like a safe idea.
It sounds logic, like I gotta figure shit out. What was that thing I saw?
So you get invited to a dungeon by a rando named Black Rose. She is a greatsword, and the thing I found kind of cool about this game is that you essentially have procedurally infinite dungeons just by matching a server with 3 keywords amongst like a billion keywords, and you can make whatever dungeon you want. So you get taken to Delta... holy moly, sealed ground. And because most dungeons are like open fields with a few caves and a few like caverns and stuff, but this one turned out to be this weird church looking place, the only place in the game that looks like this. And you're like, wow, what's this weird place that we found? And when you go in, you meet this weird NPC girl named Aura, who says, I got this key. You can have it.
It's not a key.
No, it's not a key. It is the bracelet of Twilight.
Yes, key of the Twilight is Dot Hack's sign.
So you get the bracelet of the Twilight, and this basically nets you a command prompt where you can start fucking with game data.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because then at that point in time, you wind up in like some trash test server that you're not supposed to be on. You fall into the PTR. And you start fighting like bugged out enemies because obviously no one's testing it yet. And they're going to kill you if you don't do anything about it, so you whip out the bracelet and you can rewrite their data. You do QA on them. And they become proper enemies that you can defeat. And you're like, holy shit, this is the best power in the game. Meanwhile, Black Rose is like, yeah, good luck with that Twilight shit. Yeah, call me if you need me. Bye. And I think at this point in the game, you can just start playing the game for real for a second. You can go through dungeons, you can level up, you meet a mage named Mistral. She's fun. You meet a weird guy named Pyrrhus III who loves the RP.
Pyrrhus is awesome.
Pyrrhus is great. You need another twin blade named Natsume. She's cool. But all this Twilight shit you've been doing, because you've been going around and you've been fighting data bugs and you're hacking the fuck out of the game. And obviously this is flagging one of the mods. So I guess
you are actually missing a key character in this before you get to this mod guy.
A key character before I get to the mod?
You know him because there's a legendary Orca, and then there's a legendary...
Oh, Balmung.
Yeah. You forgot about him.
I did forget about Balmung. I thought he was the mod.
No, he's not the mod.
Oh, he becomes a mod later.
I guess so.
Yeah, in one of the expanded stories. Okay, so Balmung is like he was buddies with Orca. He was his raiding buddy.
There's this other thing you are vastly forgetting, which is the main antagonist of the first game.
Oh, that's right. One of the things you end up doing is you end up in this weirdo subspace area that doesn't look like any dungeon in the game, and you come face to face with a big fucking boss named Kubia, and you're just like, Twilight, and he goes away.
Okay. You're like 50% right.
Yeah, so this is not the last time you run to Kubia. He's gonna keep coming back. But like Balmung comes up to you, he's like, hey, like I was raiding buddies with Orca. We were the toppest tierest players in the game, and I know you're his friend, so what the fuck's going on? Did you hax him? And you're like, no. Slowly hide the bracelet behind your back. But all this bracelet shut starts attracting the attention of the monster that originally defeated Orca, and you eventually come face to face with the first of what are called the 8 phases. The first phase, who is Skaith, the Shadow of Death. You discover after you hack Skaith, he's one of like 8 rumored monsters that is part of like this extremely hidden lore called the Epitaph of Twilight that speaks about the end of the world. I get it, because the game's called The World. And you're like, is this some new expansion? What's going on?
Come on.
But part of this is super secret knowledge known only to like the most clandestine hacker society of the game. So we have to seek out the hacker queen Helba. But she is super hard to find. And then we're on game 2.
No, you're not. You skipped over to game 3.
What? Okay, hang on. So I'm pretty sure Skaith was the end of game 1.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, on game 2, I guess more people are being attacked by shit and falling into comas out in the real world. And like, you're wondering, okay, this is a huge problem. Is it because I'm hacking the game too much? It's not you who even know the bracelet is slowly corrupting you from the inside, unbeknownst to your knowledge. And I forgot when you got Elk.
He's in the first game.
He's in the first game, okay.
Don't worry, he's not super important.
He will be later because, okay, so Elk is this
guy that looks like fucking...
guy who looks like Tsukasa, and he is Tsukasa. Well, he's not literally Tsukasa, but he's made able to be the same character because he's shy, and he's not good at the game because he decided to main Wave Master.
Wave Masters are low tier in that game.
There are 2 who are good, but...
yeah, but one's a hacker!
Okay, so, and he's like, oh, I'm not good at the social... why did I play a social video game? But he meets this new best friend, a Blade Master named Mia, who has a unique avatar because she's like a bunny person. Cat person. And you're like, wow, I didn't see that in a premium store. How do I become the cat? And she's like, it is a secret. And you're like, she's probably a hacker. This game is just full of hacks.
It's called .hack!
You spend like some time with like Elk and Mia's like, oh, Elk, you're such a good kid. Help me do this cryptic shit. But because you have all these people, you're generally asking them, hey, what do you know about the Epitaph of Twilight? And most of them don't know anything. But when you ask that to Mia, she's like, I might know a thing. I'm not going to tell you, though, because I'm going to go off and play with Elk. But because Balmung has been monitoring the situation, he's found out that, hey, weird shit has been cropping up. There's been, like, bugs on this server here, and I can't deal with it because I'm just a player, but, like, you go and take care of it, and you start doing QA on all their bugged servers, and Balmung's starting to notice a pattern. He's like, this kid is everywhere where all the trouble is. But all the trouble eventually piles up, and Kubi appears again, and you say Twilight, and he goes away. But doing all this Twilight shit keeps bringing out more of the phases. You fight like 3 more phases in this game. They start looking weirder and weirder because Skate looked like a cool Reaper guy, but the rest of the phases look like potatoes. And the more of these you keep doing, you're checking in with Elk and Mia, and Elk's like, oh, Mia's not feeling so good. I don't want to play with anyone except Mia. And I'm like, oh my god, you fucker. I need you for the late game dungeon. Please let me level you up. Oh, but I gotta look after Mia. Mia, what's going on? And Mia's like, I'm the 5th phase! It's true, Mia was the 5th phase. She was one of the 5th phase named Matcha, I believe, and she's actually one of the more cooler looking ones because she didn't look like a fucking potato. She had like the cat human body in the middle of this giant flower thing. It was actually one of the cooler stages in the game. But you gotta QA her and get her out of the game. Elk is like, no, I'm going back to the real life. And you lose Elk for a while at like level 30 when you need him for the level 90 dungeon later.
Oh, fuck you, Elk.
And that's the end of mutation, I think.
No, that was the end of Outbreak.
Okay.
Kind of. Don't worry about what game you're on. Just keep going.
Okay, so more of this Twilight shit keeps going around, and you're trying to figure stuff out because all you have is, like, Black Rose, and you're like, Black Rose, you know Twilight? And she's like, But eventually, because you're asking everyone, word gets around to the Secret Hacker Society, and you get contacted by a player named Wiseman, and Wiseman knows the Twilight shit. He's like, let me take you to the Secret Hacker server, where all the weirdo data bugs hang out. Wiseman is sort of the liaison between you and Helba for the most part, I think, because he knows what all this Epitaph shit means. And the Epitaph is like an original like code written by like one of the early developers of the game who I suppose he had like a different vision for the game, or he wanted something else out of the VR. Maybe he originally wanted a single player game, but the fucking EA said, no, we want loot boxes, we're shutting you down and taking over development. But he says the Twilight bracelet is the key to everything, and you're the only one who can stop the phases from destroying the rest of the world and hold back Kubia from corrupting everything and waking everyone up from the coma. You are the hero, Kite. Now that we're out of game, let's talk about Digimon cards. So Kubia appears again, and you say Twilight, and he goes away. And you fight the rest of the phases in order. 3 potatoes later, you finally get to meet Helba, the hacker queen, and she's like, yeah, I am the lead QA in this game, and this game is totally bugged to fuck.
Oh my god.
It is so bugged that people are falling into comas, and like, I made the bracelets. So you could, oh yeah, I forgot about Aura, where was she?
Yeah, where was Aura this whole time?
Is Aura like the Epitaph made into like an AI? Is she? Because I know she's your fucking plot fairy. Maybe she is like the last will of like the creator who was like, I wanted a single player experience.
So how does it end?
How does it end? Eventually, you learn that I can't stop. I can't just keep saying Twilight everywhere because this thing is going to corrupt and kill me, which is actually a game mechanic. If you use data drain too many times, you suffer corruption and die. So eventually, you actually you toss away the bracelet and you have to fight the 8th phase without it. But at this point, you're like level 80, and your DPS is so insane the game can't keep up with you. So you can just hit the 8th phase to death with your damage, and it goes away. And then Kubi comes up for real, but you're like, wait, I can't say Twilight. No, but we've got tier 6 gear. We can fight him now. And you fight Kubia the way he was meant to be, as the raid boss he always was. And you learn at the end of the day that cheating is bad and you shouldn't hack MMOs. And Orca wakes up, and everyone else who was in the coma wakes up, and Aura's like, you did good, Kite. Let me have that bracelet back. And that's the plot of .hack.